All the assets are provided in this tutorial. Links are in the description. You can download them and follow along the tutorial. So in this tutorial series, you are going to learn how to model the objects, the simple objects like cosmetic objects, how to sculpt a little bit, and how to make a scene as you are seeing over the screen. So I have opened the two versions of Blender. You can see that from the splash screen of the Blender. So in the splash screen, you are seeing Blender 3.4 and another one is Blender 2.93. Let me delete that. So we are going to make this scene from the library of Pixel Bridge, and you need to download and make the account over there. So I have downloaded some of the assets. So the main idea of the scene, we got some reference here in the background screens. Like we are going to make a scene like this. First of all, in every 3D scene, we need to have some real life references so we can make the things more better. So in the references, I just screenshot the Chrome screen, and we are going to make a scene like this. So this scene is a little bit different from the other scene. Like there is a stone in the mid, which is the focus, and there is a lake and mountains. So we want our product to be in focus, as if a user can see our product, so it will have a lot of impact on sales. So everything we are going to be in better visualization of our product. That's why we have chosen this scene. So in this scene, we are going to make a scene like this, and I have collected some of the reference of the cream. We are going to sculpt this shape in the cream, and I also downloaded the images of cream, which will help us to model it in the future. So in this part, we are going to make a scene like this. Let's get started and jump into the tutorial. So the reason why I opened Blender 2.93 and you also download them, because the Pixel Bridge is supported with Blender 2.93 now. So if I want to first of all, we will start from the land and then we can go on. So click the decide object and press export button. Now press blend. You need to have opened the Blender 2.93. I have opened that. That's why we got an object here. We need to press Ctrl C, and this is my object, and Ctrl V. So this will be your default scene. All the keys I am pressing that you can see over the screen here, and you can follow along this tutorial. So first of all, if we go to render mode, it will look good because we have done some of the settings. Let me go back. So it was on color RGB. This was the result before. So if we want the result to be better, go to the word properties and then select over the color and environment texture and press open. So in the case you don't know what the HDRI is a 360-degree image like a sphere. You can say an image which have a shape like a sphere, right? So if you want to download such kind of images, these images are used to get the light from these images, as it makes sense. So if you want the HDRI, you can go to polyheaven.com and you can download your desired object. So I downloaded them. That's why I don't think that I need to download them again. So I will open them. Let me open them from Blender HDRI. Now the scene is looking a little bit better than before. Yeah. Control Z to go back, Control Shift C to go in the future. To just go back again. Hope that makes sense. You guys have understood that. Obviously you are doing Blender, so you should know that what is Control Z and what is Control Shift Z. So the lighting is a little bit odd. So what we can do that, we are going to work in Eevee because the Eevee is real time. If you don't know what Eevee is the render engine. Blender gives us 3 render engines: Workbench, Cycles, and Eevee. And Eevee is for real time, and Workbench will not show you the colors like this, and Cycles is not real time, like we can't work real time. So that's why we will use it only for the rendering purposes. So if we want the Eevee to look good, we need to have a sun. So the way you can add the sun, you need to download this add-on HDRI Sunliner, and then after downloading the add-on, edit preferences. By the way, this add-on is free, and install, and then you find the add-on, click on install, and then tick the add-on. Then you can see it all over there. So we have imported our HDRI. So this add-on will align the sun to our HDRI. First, it will calculate where the sun is located in our HDRI. So we are going to click calculate sun position. It has calculated. So we are going to preview it. It is over there. So click on add new sun. It have created a new collection of HDRI sunliner, and it also created a sun over there in the 3D cursor. We are going to move it up. You have something like that, and if you don't see this, you can press T to hide and unhide. Yeah, to hide and unhide. Don't play the game hide and unhide, just for sake. So if you press over there, you will have move tool and you can move it up. So if I go to the shading mode is where we use to give the textures or materials to the object. So it is selected object. Go to the word. We are going to check our word. If you press the render key, you are going to see something like that this way. So first of all, we will check it in this way because you are going to see the HDRI in this way. If you haven't enabled the Node Bangular add-on in Blender, you should, because it is mandatory. Why they are not going to make it default? So you need to type Node and tick that as I have. Don't do like that, just tick it. So now we have the HDRI. Now we have the Node Bangular add-on. If we press Ctrl C, T, R, L, and T, we are going to see the mapping nodes and some crazy stuff. Now let's say the light is coming from this side. Here is the sun. Now let's say I want to rotate our sun. So how we can do that? In the Blender, the z-axis is upward. So if we rotate an object around the z-axis, this is going to rotate it like that. So if we z rotate it, now you can see we can rotate our sun. Isn't it cool to you? So, but you are seeing our artificial sun, the sun we generated in the Blender, is not following the direction of the sun. So it is a lot confusing because our world only has one sun, not two sun. So how we can make the sun to move in the direction of the HDRI sun? So press Ctrl Z. Now it is in the position because of the workflow we used for HDRI sunliner. Now if you press N and go to HDRI sunliner, because you have added the mapping nodes, you can click on add rotation driver. So if you don't click that, let's suppose we don't have this, and you click the sun and then press add rotation driver, it is add rotation driver, it is going to give you some error. So click on that, Ctrl T, and then add rotation driver. Now if we rotate the HDRI, it is going to rotate the sun as well. A very great tip for Blender. Then go to the layout mode, and now our scene is looking way better. If the background is annoying, what you can do is go to the render settings and film and transparent. So now we have a pretty clean background. Select the object and press the dot period. So your viewpoint camera, the camera we are seeing over there, like this scene, will rotate around this object origin like this. Now it is rotating, and if we select this and press, now it is rotating around the sun. So if now we want to have that camera, we are going to make a scene like this. So if we go to front view, we can see that we are going to make a scene like this over there. So first of all, we need the ground to be in the position where it is needed. That makes sense. So let's see the image as well, and we are going to make a scene like this. So press Alt T to duplicate the object, and then Shift Z to move it at Y and X axis but not the Z axis. This is doing something like that. It is just moving it Y and X axis, not the Z, because the Z is upward. And if we only press the G, it is going to make it down or up, depends on the situation. So Control Z, and you need to make a scene like that. So first of all, if we go to the top view, we are seeing that I need to have some of the things over there, and there will be a lake. So if I rotate and S to scale, R to rotate, G to move, it is a lot. Alt D. A lot of users in the Blender makes a mistake to press Shift D, but it is not worth to press Shift D because it will increase the render time. If you have the same objects, then you can use Alt D to have a better performance. Alt D. Now we are making some sort of river. Alt D and Control Tab and Sculpt. Go to the Sculpt mode and then F to make the radius of the brush bigger and press the G to move the object. Now we can move it like that, but it will move all because we have pressed the Alt D to duplicate them. So what if we want this object now to be single? So go to the object relation, make single user, object material and data. So if we select only object and data, now we will sculpt, but it is using the same material of this object. Now if we see from there, I think we need to have the brush bigger size like that, and we can move some of the things. Now it is looking good. Control tab to go in object and control tab to go in sculpt. Now we are in object mode. By the way, you can also do something like that because they are the same objects, and it may make the scene more better. But if you see this kind of stuff, you need to be for it because it will lose the hierarchy of the objects. So how we can make the scene to look like it is appended? You can do something like that, but if that doesn't work, you need to just make it way smaller and put like that. You just need to check out some of the things to have a better look. So if it doesn't look good, don't worry, we will do it in the future. Let's worry about some of the other things. Alt D to make it bigger. It is going to be in the background, so we can do something like that. And 7 to go in the top view. Alt D to have this over there as well. Alt D to have this over there as well. G to move, and you know the stuff. So our scene is looking good, but we want these to have depth and move upward. So how we can do that? It's simple. We just need to join all of the objects. First of all, we need to be organized. Select all the objects except the sun. Shift and click it again, so it will be deselected. Now we don't have an active object. Active objects are those who have a yellow color. So if we make this active and then Control J, all the objects are joined. Now we click one, all are joined together. So now if we go to the sculpt mode, we can do the sculpting. Press X to go in draw brush. This is the draw brush, and if you press it, it will move up the things. Our camera is going to be something like that from the hair and going towards our imaginary product. So we are going to make it look like there is some of the mysterious things going on from here. Don't move it a lot so it will stretch these textures and it will not look good. You can move some of the background elements as well. Our eyes are going a lot here, so I am going to make it press Control to have a negative effect like that. No, it is good. We can move these things up, these guys up, to have a good representation of what we are doing from here. I can also do this. So if we see from middle mouse button to rotate around the object. Now if we see this, now it is looking better than before. After when we will add some of the objects, it will look way better. So guys, this is the first part of the tutorial and in another part we are going to add some of the rocks, water and other things as well in the scene, and hope we will complete the scene in another part. So goodbye.